Did you know that heart disease, a leading cause of death today, was remarkably rare in many ancient populations? In fact, when we look at the evidence left behind in bones and preserved tissues, it's clear that many of the chronic illnesses we struggle with now were almost unheard of in the distant past. When scientists study the remains of our ancestors, they find something startling. Conditions like type 2 diabetes and severe obesity were almost non-existent. Even signs of atherosclerosis, the hardening of arteries, are surprisingly rare in ancient skeletons despite people living into their 50s or 60s. These weren't just lucky individuals. Entire populations seemed protected from the chronic diseases we now consider normal. Their communities thrived for generations without the burden of modern metabolic illnesses. Their secret wasn't a magic pill or superfood. It was their diet, shaped by nature, not marketing. Their meals were built around what was available in their environment, not what was advertised on a billboard. They ate real, unprocessed food, sourced locally and seasonally. Every meal was a reflection of the land and the time of year, not a product of industrial processing. Their meals weren't engineered for maximum pleasure, but reflected their environment and the seasons. Eating was a practical, communal act, not a constant search for the next flavor or taste. This connection to their food source is a fundamental piece of the puzzle we've lost. Today, most of us are disconnected from how our food is grown, processed, and brought to our tables. Without ultra-processed foods and preservatives, their gut microbiome is more diverse and robust, supporting immunity and mental well-being. Fermented foods, naturally preserved, were a staple, nourishing the body in ways we're only beginning to understand. Foods rich in fiber and fermented ingredients fueled these beneficial microbes. This created a foundation for health that extended far beyond the gut, influencing everything from energy levels to mood. Looking back at ancient diets isn't nostalgia, it's uncovering a blueprint for health tested over millennia. These time-tested eating patterns offer clues for preventing the very diseases that plague us today. Their lives were harder in many ways, but their relationship with food was simpler, more direct, and far healthier. They worked for their meals, and in doing so, built a resilience we often lack. Understanding this is the first step toward reclaiming lost wisdom for our modern lives. By learning from the past, we can make better choices for our future health and well-being. Ancient people didn't have supermarkets or the luxury of year-round produce aisles. Instead, they ate with the seasons, relying on what was fresh and available in their environment. Their diet was a direct reflection of the land's offerings. Spring brought tender greens, summer overflowed with fruits, autumn yielded hardy roots, and winter depended on carefully stored foods. This wasn't a matter of preference, but a necessity, creating a natural rhythm of abundance and scarcity, of feasting and fasting. Autumn meant gathering root vegetables and hunting wild game, while winter meals relied on grains, dried fruits, and preserved meats stored away for the cold months. Fermented foods became essential during lean months, providing not just nutrition but also beneficial microbes that supported health. As the foods changed, so did their gut microbiome, adapting to the shifting nutrients and flavors of each season. This deep connection between diet and season is a lesson we've largely forgotten in our modern world. Today we eat strawberries in December and asparagus in October, erasing the natural ebb and flow that once guided our meals. Ancient diets featured a constantly rotating cast of wild plants and animals, ensuring a rich diversity of nutrients and flavors. This diversity was the foundation of their resilience, vitality, and long-term health. Our modern food system's convenience has disconnected us from these ancient cycles, making it easy to forget the wisdom of eating with nature. Reconnecting with seasonal eating by visiting local farms or farmers' markets can help restore some of that lost balance and appreciation for real food. The Earth's rhythm once shaped every meal. Perhaps it's time we listened again and let the seasons guide our plates once more. For most of human history, we were hunter-gatherers, not farmers. Their diet was anything but monotonous, hundreds of plant and animal species over a year. Modern diets rely on just a few staple crops like corn, soy, and wheat. Hunter-gatherers ate the whole animal, organs, marrow, connective tissue, gaining nutrients we often lack today. Wild meat had healthier fats, with more omega-3s and less inflammatory omega-6s. The gatherer side meant foraging for roots, tubers, nuts, seeds, berries, and greens, packed with fiber and antioxidants. This variety supported their immune systems and protected against disease. Their lifestyle also meant constant movement. walking, running, climbing, carrying. Exercise was built into survival, not a separate activity. The synergy of a diverse, nutrient-dense diet and daily movement built strong, resilient bodies. Chronic diseases were rare, not because of luck, but because of this blueprint. Move your body, eat a wide variety of real foods from nature. That's the ancient recipe for health. The Mediterranean diet is often praised for its health benefits, but its wisdom goes far beyond just the use of olive oil in cooking. It's a rich cultural approach to eating, refined over centuries, and built around fresh, local produce, seasonal ingredients, and the joy of shared meals. Plant foods, like vibrant vegetables, juicy fruits, hearty legumes, crunchy nuts, and wholesome whole grains, form the foundation of every meal. Meat is eaten sparingly, often as a flavoring or garnish, while fresh fish and seafood are enjoyed regularly, providing lean protein and healthy fats. Olive oil is the principal fat, rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants, giving dishes their signature flavor and nutritional boost. Fermented dairy like creamy yogurt and tangy cheese, along with a little red wine enjoyed in moderation, add variety and depth to the Mediterranean table. The real secret? Meals are social occasions, eaten slowly with family and friends, turning every bite into a moment of connection. This mindful communal eating encourages better digestion, greater satisfaction, and a healthier relationship with food overall. The Mediterranean diet's benefits come not only from what is eaten, but also from how it's enjoyed, together, with gratitude and pleasure. It's a holistic lifestyle, woven into daily routines, not just a list of ingredients or recipes to follow. Eating together transforms food into a source of pleasure, celebration, and deep connection with others. The lesson is clear. How we eat matters just as much as what we eat, shaping our health and happiness. That's the true heart of the Mediterranean tradition, nourishing both body and soul through food, community, and mindful living. Before refrigeration, our ancestors relied on fermentation to preserve food. This ancient process uses bacteria and yeast to transform food, making it more digestible and nutritious. Every culture developed unique fermented foods: sauerkraut, kefir, kimchi, miso, tempeh. Fermentation increased vitamins, broke down anti-nutrients, and created living foods rich in probiotics. These beneficial microbes supported gut health, immunity, and even mental well-being. Modern food processing has sterilized our diets, trading living foods for shelf-stable products. Rediscovering fermentation reconnects us with ancient wisdom and supports our inner ecosystem. Eating yogurt, sauerkraut, or kimchi is a simple way to reintroduce these microbes. Our ancestors understood the power of living foods. So can we. Fermentation is more than preservation. It's a foundation of health. Bringing it back is a step toward reclaiming our food heritage. Not all ancient diets were perfect models of health. Early agricultural societies relying on a single crop, like corn or wheat, often suffered from nutritional deficiencies. The shift from diverse foraging to narrow grain-based diets led to malnutrition and increased disease. Food safety was a constant concern. Contamination and foodborne illness were common threats. Many ancient people didn't live long enough to develop chronic diseases. Infection and starvation were bigger risks. Our goal isn't to perfectly replicate ancient diets, but to learn from their principles. We can embrace diversity, whole foods, and seasonality without the dangers of the past. It's about blending ancient wisdom with modern knowledge for better health. Ancient people lived with scarcity. Calories were hard-earned, and bodies evolved to store fat for lean times. Today, we're surrounded by effortless abundance, but our bodies still operate on ancient programming. This mismatch fuels the modern obesity epidemic. Our genes prepare for famine that never comes. Our cravings for sugar, salt, and fat once helped us survive, but now they're exploited by processed foods. Food scientists design products to trigger our ancient reward systems, making moderation difficult. It's not weak willpower, it's biology in an unnatural environment. Ancient diets regulated intake through scarcity and effort. To thrive today, we need to recreate some of that structure and mindfulness. Limiting processed foods, eating with intention, and moving more can help restore balance. The wisdom of the past lies in understanding our biology and environment. Navigating abundance with ancient insight is key to modern health. We can't change our genes, but we can change our habits. That's the paradox and the opportunity of our time. What can we take from ancient diets? Not rigid rules, but guiding principles. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods, plants, animals, nuts, and seeds. Embrace diversity. Eat a wide range of vegetables, grains, and proteins. This variety feeds a resilient gut microbiome and supports overall health. Learn from ancient food preparation. Cook from scratch. Try fermentation. Home cooking gives control over ingredients and nutrition. Experiment with making yogurt or sauerkraut to reconnect with tradition. Eating was cultural and communal. Slow down, savor meals, and share them. Food was a source of connection, not anxiety. These aren't strict rules, but timeless principles for a healthier relationship with food. The past offers wisdom, not prescriptions. Let's use it to guide our choices today. The secret to health isn't a new diet, it's in the wisdom of our ancestors. Modern food has strayed from our evolutionary roots, and we're paying the price. Reclaiming health means choosing real food, favoring plants, and thinking about where our food comes from. Start small, cook at home, visit a farmer's market, try a new fermented food. Each choice is a step toward a healthier way of eating. This isn't about deprivation, but rediscovering the pleasure of real food. Food is culture, community, and our connection to the earth. By taking an active role in nourishment, we empower ourselves. Ancient diets teach us that health is tied to the planet and to each other. We don't need to live in the past, just listen to its wisdom. In doing so, we can heal our bodies and our relationship with food.